I am hungry. Please feed me. Mommy, please pet me.
Download it now and try it for free.
I appeared on this abandoned bridge, and the wind was already trying to destroy it. Day 1, I just appeared, and it's already falling apart. It was complicated by the fact that monsters also appeared on the bridge, and were quickly approaching me. What is even happening here? Today, I will try to survive 100 days on the most abandoned structure imaginable. Okay, the wind has calmed down, so a chest. Oh, a pipe, perfect. So what are you... And what? What are you gonna do? Surviving the severe storm and dealing with the first monsters, I could finally explore the place of today's survival. At first glance, I can see the bridge is quite rusty. I hope that it doesn't fall apart, because if it does, the survival is over. Well, that's it. Now I can just safely loot everything. Half of the first day was over, and I still don't have a crafting table. This needed to be fixed quickly. Not that there's wood here, and there's none at all, but I found some planks in the chest. I think it'll be enough for now. And as you can see, the night is approaching, and did you see them? They almost destroyed me. Oh, a parrot. Kirill, Kesha, a little fish, Tiny Tot maybe? Come up with a name starting with K in the comments, so there's no time to waste. The bridge was 186 blocks long, and the road surface, there were 5 chests, and this was just a small part of what could be seen, because much of it was hidden in the bridge's mystery, as this 100-day journey had a plot. Well, look, I have some starting items, and the block over there caught my eye. It looks like a target. I probably had to hit it somehow. I already had arrows, so I quickly gathered some cobwebs and made myself a bow. Whoa! Oh, what is this? A boomerang fell out of this target, but it was very unusual. I'll reveal its abilities later. Well, what can I say? It's not so bad, but it's getting dark and lighting has already started. Okay, I have no information on what will happen on this bridge, if there's any tasks and what events will occur, or if I just need to survive, or maybe build a house. But knowing my team, and you know my team, nothing just happens on our channel. By the end of the first day, I managed to build a small shelter. As for me, you can't think of a better place for shelter. Kesha, or whatever, Tiny Todd. I'll just... Tiny Todd, how are you? Okay, this parrot doesn't want to talk to me yet. The morning of the second day, the storm had passed and I could continue exploring the bridge. First, there were many abandoned cars on the bridge, and it turned out their trunks could be inspected. You know, I'll say there's food, gears, and some boards here. What are the main survival rules in such conditions? Take everything because you never know what you might need, even a parrot. Besides this, the more time I spent on the bridge, the more details I noticed. I reached the other side of the bridge, and there's my shelter, and here's the second support tower. And interestingly, there's wires. And judging by the fact that sparks are still coming out of here, and everything is detailed, I don't know, maybe I seem stupid, but it's clear that something needs to be done with this. It's also interesting here, a piece of concrete is fenced off and the road is being repaired. But despite my attentiveness, I didn't notice that very door. Wait a minute, as you understand, we're playing hardcore, and we can't explore every piece of the bridge, at least for now, so let's make a farm. I had no problems with a farm. Fortunately, there was water on the bridge. I don't know what to do with this puddle, but I don't know what kind of water this is, and you know, I don't really want to go down there. No matter how I looked at the horizon from each side and whatever rendering I set in Minecraft, nothing was visible. Only our bridge and our parent, well, and me. Day 3, monsters reappeared on the bridge. I even climbed onto the roof of my shed. I don't even know what to call them. While fighting these monsters, I finally noticed the most important door in this survival. I'm fighting these monsters, and you know what? Maybe you noticed this a long time ago, but just now with my tunnel vision. Here we have a door. Come on, last one. Now about the door. I feel like it wasn't here before. I don't know what I felt there. It turned out it was there from the beginning. So it's opening, and here's the first secret of this bridge. There's a staircase here. No matter how scared I was, I think it's worth checking out. Oh, okay. I certainly didn't expect to see this here. No big deal. I'm a pro in these survivals. What do we have here? Whoa, some kind of room. Okay, you know what? 3 chests isn't bad. And chests are interesting, of course, but there is a ladder here, and that's even more interesting. When I started this 100-day survival, I couldn't even imagine that I would find many interesting things under the bridge. And believe me, this is not the last hidden location here. I've always been afraid of heights, but now there's 100 blocks below me. I don't know, well, less of course, but still, I need to jump over 1 block. Sometimes I think I act like an idiot. Don't pay attention to me. Let's go. Falling down was not an option in this survival, because we would have no chance to climb up. As soon as we touch the water, we would have to start everything over again. Okay, I hope nothing will collapse here. Look, there's some tent, an unusual chest, and a campfire. So there's a lot of stuff in the chest, but most importantly, I see a note. Hey Zeman, I'm leaving this message for you. Switch to the next page if you want to know. So, you don't see the whole bridge. Much is hidden from your eyes. try to understand this. Notes like these give me the creeps. It'll be night soon. Let's quickly loot what's here and get back up. After some more parkour, I found 2 more chests, but there was a dead end at the end, so I decided it was enough for today. Day 4, it was time to start building my base, because in this survival, we'll face different dangers and difficulties. So there should be at least one place on this bridge where we can feel safe. First, I dismantled that basement laboratory. Collecting white planks and some decor there, I began construction. The base will be small at the beginning, as you understand, but with new resources, I hope that the situation will improve. You know what? I still can't let go of that information about the bridge. But what can I do with this information? I have no clue yet. By evening, the starter house was ready, but there were still other problems. I still didn't have tree saplings, stone, cobblestone, coal, iron, and a million other things I needed. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribers and those who aren't yet subscribed, I set myself a goal. We must explore this bridge as much as possible. I'm sure everything is thought out and there's something that we need, but we just can't see it yet. As it turned out, right above my base was a control room, which was very hard to notice. I feel like there's something there. Just so you understand, I walked around this bridge about 20 times and only now I noticed this. And when I climbed into this room, I was filled with joy. Hello, I know that you're the new bridge dispatcher, and if the bridge becomes abandoned and you have to survive on it, here's everything you need. What? An oak saplings, lava, and 4 coals. Yes, guys, we just needed to find this room on the first day, and that's it. After finding this control room, the game went full throttle. The control room also had a broken radio, which apparently could be repaired. In the following days, the game was filled with color. I made a cobblestone generator, I finally lit up my house, and as a result, I decorated it with stone. Day 9, guys, just look. I expanded my farm a bit, the base also looks cool, and I planted an oak sapling. The game is on. But it turned out my joy was premature, because day 10 has arrived. The morning is off to a really bad start. There's so many monsters on the bridge. It's just... No, what? They can break the bridge? On day 10, a new type of mob started spawning. They love to eat metal, and if they're not destroyed, they will easily eat the whole bridge. Stop! No, what is happening? Who has seen this? What are these things? There's so many of them. Oh, no, they're hitting me. Okay, we gotta run. Yesterday's survival was normal. Now it's just a mess again. The nearest problem with the rats continued. Some sections of the bridge were significantly chewed out. I didn't have time to look at it, so I had to deal with these rats. I don't know, they have a lot of HP. These are some powerful rats. Let's try to destroy them. But destroying the rats was problematic. They were very strong. No, guys. No options. Okay, to fight these rats, I definitely need better armor. You wouldn't believe it, but in this survival, you can make yourself stone armor. I accidentally found this recipe while making a furnace. Such a coincidence was indeed great news, but it still wouldn't protect us 100%. On day 13, I finally decided to deal with the rats. Want a piece of my bridge? Well, today you won't succeed. Take that. So, I want to declare that the rat issue is temporarily resolved. On day 14, 15, and 16, I was doing obvious things. Expanding the farm, mining a large amount of cobblestone for the reserve, and of course, growing trees. But on day 17, I found a very unusual thing. In short, here's my base, and this is the part of my bridge I practically didn't go to. I didn't explore anything here, and look what I found. I don't know how I didn't notice this before, but it definitely means something. Collect the necessary resources and you'll be able to open a world invisible to your eye. Because I still love this bridge. What? Did the plot just start? Okay, here it shows 64 cobblestone. We have that, so let's drop it right here. But it was already pretty late, so I decided to return home, harvest, and wait for the next day. Well, okay, I hope you're ready. I don't know what will happen. Here goes nothing. What? Wonderful. Soon you will learn more. A new part of the bridge just appeared before me. The appearance of new parts of the bridge is the main feature of this survival. It is on them that you can find new and very cool loot, non-renewable resources, and most importantly, parts of the story that needed to be collected to progress further. Do you know what confuses me? This timer confuses me, because I guess that this bridge will not be here forever. New recreating bridge parts appear temporarily. If you don't have time to explore everything within certain minutes and don't find the missing components of the plot, then survival can be started over again. Because of this, it'll be impossible to advance further. Okay, I only have 10 minutes to loot this location, and I already see some kind of glowing box. Honestly, I'm afraid of rats, but these seem harmless. They're afraid of me. But what is this? Oh, no, get away from me. What is happening? Oh, okay, it fell. Yeah, look, we have something else highlighted here. I think this is a hint to climb up to that box. We still have time here, so we can loot this box. There's some kind of package and maybe something for making making potions. Yeah, I think it suits me. You can't see anything with one eye, but it's true. It's pretty good. Actually, I could just take all of these blocks that can be assembled. The main thing is not to collect too much, because in this case, the bridge may collapse. Initially, it seemed to me that I had a lot of time, but I couldn't understand how to get to the required distance. Guys, I think I found a way up, and finally, everything turned out to be much more complicated than I thought. But still, there's some kind of accelerator! Are you shocked? But to be honest, I am too. So we take a detour. There's another accelerator here. I don't like it. Just don't fall, just don't fall. I have very little time left. We need to try again. So this time everything turned out to be much better. These interactive elements that show which way to go are really cool. Okay, let's go up quickly. All right, here we go. What? Are you kidding me? Okay, it won't be so easy here because if I fall, then most likely my survival will just end. Come on. Yes. Okay, yes, I jumped. I feel there must be something really cool in that chest. And come on. Okay, some kind of notes, some weird items, ammo. Okay, let's just take it all. And now we need to somehow carefully go down. Okay, just like that. I hope that we have enough HP. I collected a lot of blocks that I needed, which could be useful in the future. And I also didn't immediately begin to loot the vases, but it's good that I later decided to do it, because in addition to one note at the top, I also found two in those same vases. I decided to stand and wait for the timer to end, and indeed, the new part of the bridge simply disappeared. Incredible. We just discovered this mechanic, and we have a new resource that is needed. 16 iron. Where can I find it? I have no idea yet. New day. From the notes I learned that this bridge was built by a certain engineer Joe, whose spirit is still on this bridge. But there was also a whole node dedicated to time and space. No one knows where the bridge is, especially no one knows what time loop it's stuck in. Time is the key, but the bridge will try to stop you. And the third node, yeah, it was pretty useless. Automatic sucks and Mega Burger is on top. Well, it's immediately obvious who wrote this note, and for those who don't know, this note is from my team. They're just fooling around, that's normal. Day 20. When I woke up in the morning, I heard a very loud sound. Looking out onto the water, I noticed the ship passing under the bridge. Look at where is it coming from? He's blowing the whistle. I guess. So today I was going to make a second floor for my house. What else can I add? No comment. On day 20 and day 21, I was improving my house. And on day 22, there was a very heavy rainfall, which by the way, opened a secret room. And now I'll tell you how. If you remember, there were wires on the bridge that were not connected. But due to the rain, the electricity was reunited again. And this opened the secret door. Yeah, you know, it was already raining before, and it turns out I just didn't notice. This survival is definitely about mindfulness. There's so many detailed and small things here. Let's go down. It turned out that the tunnel led to the engineering compartment, which was very huge, and apparently it was from here that the rats climbed onto the bridge. There's a lot of cobwebs here, but it never scared me, especially in 100 days. Neither the cobwebs nor the monsters, partly. I can already see the chest. It's a little disgusting to walk here, to be honest. It feels like I'm in a sewer somewhere. So 2 golden apples, okay, that's good. 3 iron, that's really good, and sticks. It was necessary to go through this location, and several times I was attacked by rats so much that they almost left me with 0 HP. But I tried to be careful, and in the end, I was able to get through. Imagine, all of this is under the bridge. I collected 13 iron, and that's already pretty good, but in order to make a new bridge, we need 3 more. It's a new day. Today I was going to do a little bit of survival. I already had a lot of planks and a lot of cobblestone, and even some iron. It's time to diversify our base a little. Look, first of all, I want to make a fence, and you may ask why. Yeah, because rats will spawn anyway. I thought if I loot this engineering compartment, then they will stop. But no, they're still spawning. They still continue to spawn. So I want to make a protected fence so that even on this small bridge, I have my own territory. And on this territory, we'll have a farm and our house. And plus, I want to somehow use that same control room because it seemed to me that making it part of my base would also be pretty cool. And making different balconies so that there's a good view of the entire bridge. Well, let's get to work. It took me 4 whole days to improve the base and all the construction. This whole thing took a lot of energy. And because I was constantly attacked by rats, and no matter what fence I made, sooner or later, they would still go through it. I don't even know what to do with these rats anymore, but at the same time, I found a solution to all difficulties. So we'll find a solution to this thing too, just not now. Our base turned out like this. There's a first floor, a second, and a third. I like
Stems thy trap, attracts and traps bugs 24/7.
Return the new salted caramel butterfingers.
these forests will go up now. You can walk along them, and maybe I'll also make some kind of farm up there in the air. It's hard to say yet. New day. Today an abandoned car fell from the sky, and as you saw, it looks special. What is this? First the appearance of a new part of the bridge, then some passing ship, and now a car has fallen from the sky. It looks interesting. It's like there's stuff drawn on here. It's pretty cool. It turned out to be an airdrop. They will fall frequently and provide me with all the resources I need to continue to survive. Look, there's rusty beams here that the bridge is made of, 16 pieces. The rats of course 8 more, but at least we can restore what we can. This was a breath of fresh air, because the way the rats ate the bridge was starting to bother me a little. But now we know that purely theoretically these blocks can be obtained. Morning. If only you knew how tired I am of these rats. This is just some kind of horror. We really had to spend a lot of time on these rats. What will I do today? I remembered that I have an unrepaired radio and the resources needed to actually fix it. We already have them, so let's go into it. Welcome. There is no escape from this bridge. Especially if you are seaman. Only by exploring new parts of the bridge through space and time can you get to the bottom of the truth. But know that Joe does not spare anyone, especially those who are trying to destroy this bridge. I'm trying to save him, on the contrary. What is this nonsense? I understood that there was no way I could get iron on this bridge anymore, and this mod came to my aid. Look, we need to craft the mesh and the sieve itself. I've had several survival experiences with this mod. By passing some blocks through the grid, you can get pieces of iron. Then connect them all, and as a result, actually get iron ore. This is what I think we'll spend the near future on. This process was slow, and in all this iron mining, I made one single mistake. I overlooked the fact that the rats continue to eat the bridge, and the cost of this mistake was simply enormous. Wait! No, 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 no! What is going on here? What is happening? Are you serious? Unfortunately, completely suddenly and unexpectedly, I lost half of the bridge. I definitely wasn't expecting this, and it plunged me into a bit of a depression. Yesterday I had a full bridge, today I only have half. I wasn't completely sure that this was possible. Well, just think, they eat blocks, and what kind of physics is this anyway? But despite this, it was necessary to keep going, because the more days we survive, the more complex monsters and events will appear. That's it guys, I collected 16 pieces of iron, let's activate the new part of the bridge. Of course, I thought that this bridge would be huge, but not that big. Look, there's iguanas with some kind of golden swords. You know, I have more important things to do. Let's gather some wheat. Our harvest has just grown. Mr. Iguana, what do you need? Okay, you know what? There's no other options. Iguana, so iguana. That wasn't easy. Here I am on the new part of the bridge. Wait, I called this bridge ghostly, but there have never been ghosts on it. It's strange why I called it that. Joe is just talking to us. I don't know what kind of Joe this is, but it's already scaring me a little. Or this iguana is scaring me, so stop right there, don't growl. You know what? I forgot to take absolutely any blocks, so it's time to get some of these blocks. Everything is so mystical, and in the first box we got wheat, gunpowder, and titanium. It looks really similar to iron. Everything just looks so mystical, guys. I'll tell you, but I think it has nothing to do with mysticism. So far I see a connection here only with the iguanas and some kind of glowing crystals. Looks pretty strange. Oh, what kind of bumblebee is that? Have you seen that? Also, on the bridge, there's a lot of different flowers, some vases, which we'll definitely take home, and new boots. Okay, I don't know what that is. It looks like a fork. I guess I'll need a fork. I'll use it to eat burgers. Its working title was always construction. He helped trucks to get across the construction site and performed this function with a bang. I built the bridge in 2 months, and it was quite difficult. True, I forgot where I made it. Apparently, Joe is the creator of this bridge who communicates us via chat, or I'm just going crazy. New chest? Oh, great. Look, you can see our bridge from here, and this blue one, actually it ends right here. I found this lever here. Let's try to press it. Oh, done. Well done. Find another lever and you will find a secret on this bridge. I'm not sure, of course, that I'm great, but here's the second lever. Okay, I don't understand what happened. By the way, we better hurry up because the timer will soon be running out. Some kind of spear. I completely forgot about this, so we'll just take away this door. Come on, what else should I take? I don't know if this bridge disappears. I have to take everything I see. Some kind of fence. Let's take it. What is this? Is that the continuation of the bridge? Okay, we'll just take everything we see. We're just trying to destroy them while we can. Bye. What kind of party is going on here anyway? Some kind of stone, a cat in a hat, and these strange woodcutters. Oh, it's a dog. Hello. The last monster? Okay, from the looks of it, it looks like a cemetery. Doggy? What are you forgetting here? It's such a cute dog. This stone confuses me. And oh my god, there's another one exactly the same. We'll probably take them too. By the way, I never liked rats. I wrote somewhere how to get rid of them, but I don't remember where. Okay, that's a really good hint. Most likely I can find some information here on how to deal with rats. I don't know how to carry it all. I should have crafted a backpack. And the time's running out already. We still need to try and save the dog. I have to finish everything that's here. Oh, wait, okay. Bones, some kind of weird entry and bones. Come on, a little more. Oh my god, doggy. The dog is alive. You're alive. Okay, great. Oh, okay. This adventure was just incredible. I've forgotten how many resources I took. The most important thing is that we found this clue. Most likely it will somehow tell us how to deal with these rats. So,
Hello, I'm Joe.
How did my
It's nice
video
to meet
play?
you. Do you mind if I tell you a little about my life? Probably don't mind. On your screen, you see my first bridge. It looks simple, I agree, but it took me about 5 years to make it. It was very difficult. Very foundation is the hardest place, if you understand. I come up with the idea of using the cross method, which is more stable and shorter. This is my favorite car, a stone is driving. I was once an ordinary person, but I was deceived and turned into a stone. It was pretty difficult. Well, that's not what I'm talking about. In general, remember only one thing. These rats are smelly, and you will never make friends with them. So, don't touch my bridge. Bye.
oh my god, that is so... This stone is Joe. He created this bridge in all these levels. I like the story about rats much more though. Day 34. New rats have appeared on my already small bridge, and as I understand it, they will appear endlessly. And actually, can you imagine how bad it is? I haven't even lived through half of my survival yet, and I already have half of the bridge left. Having driven away the rats, I thought that it would not leave this matter like it. You know these bridges that we have, they actually have all these blocks that are used here on my bridge. I set myself the goal of at least not restoring the bridge, but maybe extending it. There's only one problem here. I can only do it when a new bridge appears, because now I have neither asphalt nor metal red blocks. I have nothing. On day 35, a new airdrop landed. Whoa, okay, bad news always comes with good news. It seems like our bridge has become smaller, but it's like, look at how many resources we have now. Not bad, I'll... use a lot of this. Day 36. Today, birds visited me, and many of them flying past my bridge dropped off various resources. The remaining question is how to get some of them. Remember you and I found this boomerang? So it turns out that this boomerang can not only scare monsters, but also attract items. We launched the boomerang, and it just returns to us with the items. And from the interesting resources, I was able to find coal, iron, and some redstone, and even an anvil. The strangest thing about this survival is this anvil. How could one bird bring it? Where's the realism? On day 37, there were no special events, except for the fact that my tree with a beehive grew. Okay, guys, it looks like we'll have honey. First of all, we need a fire. In order to collect the honeycombs and not get them from the bees, it was necessary to make a fire, which must be placed directly under the hive. And by the way, in addition to the fire, we also need some flowers so that the bees have something to eat. And it's good that I have some seeds left. Now I'll make some bone meal and spawn the flowers. Alright, that's it. Now we'll have to wait a while and see how much honey they collect. In none of my survivals have I made a bee farm. I think this video is just right for that. Over the next few days, while the bees were collecting their honey, I sifted different blocks through a sieve, so I was able to farm a lot of gravel and some iron. On day 40, it was time to collect our honeycomb. You may ask why I want to collect honeycombs and not honey. It's because I want to make a bee garden, and I even have a place for it. Unfortunately, I didn't have that many honeycombs, but in order to make a really huge apiary, I'll need a lot more. So we'll wait until the bees collect more honey. Day 47 began with the invasion of rats, which I quickly dealt with. I harvested and looked at what I needed to spawn a new bridge. I need 16 honeycombs? How will I collect that many? As you might have guessed, the tree with the beehive spawned for a reason. So this was all thought out in advance. Now I understand for sure that it seemed that I was becoming a beekeeper. In the coming days, I put everything on creating my own apiary. I constantly fed the bees and monitored them. Basically, I don't know why, they're just cute. Finally, I collected the first necessary honeycombs and made my first bee house. Well, look, I have this huge area in front of my house, an outer courtyard, one might say. It's not not used at all, and I think that this would be the best place to create our honey. Well, first of all, the cells, of course, because we need them to open our third bridge. Initially, it seemed much easier to me, but how many days do you think I spent on this? 15 days. During this time, 3 storms passed, and the rats bit my bridge even more. One might say that they even ate another huge part. But still, I was able to do everything by day 56. Guys, I'm completely shocked. What I have here is not a bridge, but a huge bridge, and judging by this block of cheese, it's a rat bridge. Okay, rat, stop right there. Okay, we'll just throw them off. I also became infected with some kind of plague. This is not a bridge, guys. It's just tough. The first thing we'll do, of course, is get the cheese and find out if I can eat it. You can make 4 cheeses with a block of cheese. All right, I have 15 minutes to explore this location, and I'll do my best to loot as many items as possible. Especially, of course, the cheese. Neo-Ratlantine. What kind of flying rat is this? I feel like I'm already going crazy. What? Is there a mousetrap here? What if I step on it? Okay, nothing is happening. All right, I'll just calmly move along this weird bridge, loot these chests further, and I hope I won't turn into this skeleton. There's a descent here. I think it's going down into a wormhole. Rat hole, sorry. And the smell here, of course, is unpleasant. Wait, the cheese bridge is my favorite project. The entire bridge was made from the strongest cheese in the world, and I decided to experiment. I made all the fortifications from it, and this bridge could support 5 huge cars together. But there was one drawback. Mice, rats, and all tails ran towards it, so they decided to close the bridge for improvement. Well, thanks to this weird Joe, we learned a little more about this bridge, and I understand that I'm now somewhere in its, so to speak, bowels. Wait, stop, this is far from Ratatouille, guys. This is a real evil rat. Okay, there's a reason I'm spending all these resources to open new bridges. I'm really curious in exploring everything and unraveling the real secrets of all the bridges. There's another rat here. Oh, okay, the catacombs are simply huge. I also have to constantly remove these blocks of infections or some kind of waste because they hit me really hard. And I also got the plague again, and I have to wait 15 minutes for it to go away. What kind of place is this anyway? Oh, 3 HP, 3 HP, 3 HP. Almost all the blocks I step on here are infected, and I really only have 1 heart left. Let's eat some cheese. I really hope it helps me. Look, I still don't see the amount of armor at all, as well as the amount of hunger. There's a certain arrow here, and here's an interesting question. If I go down into this strange water, will I survive, or will I be immediately damaged? Given that I only have 1 HP, and HP is not restored. This decision was truly one of the most difficult in this survival. Time passed, and you had to choose whether to run from the bridge or try to explore this chest below. Oh, there's a passage here, and why do I even need this chest down there? We won't go there at all, so, alright, okay, that's it. Let's pass. I had to sacrifice some cheese, but I'll keep going. When the rats completely took over the bridge, I had to move it away from the people, because no one knows what is happening in the sewer. Even I don't know what those sounds are. Well, let's just say I'm not too thrilled to be... What? A penguin? An angry penguin? Wait. Can you see what I'm covered in? I'm covered in some green stuff. This is insane. As you can imagine, I'm already desperate to get out of here. I don't like it. I have half a heart left, and there's only 1 chance to make a mistake. That's how I managed to reach the end of the sewers, where I found a mysterious safe with an AK, lots of ammo, and also some plague antidotes, which helped me quite a lot. Wait, those aren't rats. Wait, far from it. These are flamethrowers. What? Wait, I've got a real problem here. Flamethrowers are attacking me right now. Maybe they're either allies of the rats or the ones fighting against them. I have no idea. The main thing is to just grab as much cheese as possible. By the way, I haven't introduced myself to you yet. I'm Joe. You'll have a lot of questions for me. For now, I want to say this. The time is such a year of thrifty little creatures. Okay, so it all adds up. Everything just makes sense. Joe is the creator of all of these bridges, and I have a suspicion it might be someone from my team, but I'll never know for sure. What's with the pirate head? Oh, I've gotten infected with the plague again. Okay, let's not waste time. Just loot everything. We have very little time left. Okay, that was the last chest. All right, here's another one. Jeez. All right, come on. We won't make it in time. Come on, let's go. Just about a minute left. Farewell, you cheese overloads. I hope we never meet again.
So, Zeman, hello. The theme of our video is rats. I've seen millions of them in my life, but now I want to show you the different type. A mouse in a boat. It was very funny when I saw it. Just look at that. It's a mouse in a bowl. A rat mage? Its clothing style is 10 out of 10. I'd like to dress like that. And of course, the invisible rat. If you see it, it means you've lost your mind. It's invisible after all. Of course, my bridges suffer a lot from the rats, but I understand they don't harm me on purpose. It's just their way of life. And because of that, we both have a hard time.
There were two guys. Neither guy wore their seatbelt. One guy got a ticket, one guy didn't. Two guys drove home from work. One guy wore his seatbelt, one guy didn't. One guy made it home. One guy didn't.
Domino's Specialty Chicken. 4 tasty topping combos loaded on tender, juicy chicken. It kind of makes...
And by the way, stop eating my bridge. Enough already. Goodbye.
We learned a lot more from Joe than we knew before. Honestly, I can understand them because even I'm fed up with the rats. They've taken half my bridge. And not just half of it. The rats kept coming and eating everything that was left. While I was gone, they ate the new part of the road. There was a lot of interesting stuff under that. Look at how they've chewed through everything here. It's just insane. You know, if they chew through the foundation, this whole structure will just collapse. Wait, what's that? I don't see any rats here, so let's try to go down. So, judging by the looks of it, this is either a garage or it costs 1 steak, and this one costs 10 cobblestone. Oh, okay, I get it. It's a car dealership. So, what's in the chest? Oh, 1 stick and 10 cobblestone. Judging by that, it was the previous customer. I wouldn't want to be in his place. And there's another sign here. A car dealership for Zemanoids, but I'm not a Zemanoid. There were 2 more hidden chests in this dealership. I didn't see them right away, but they had some very useful resources. That's how this day came to an end. In the coming days, I wanted to improve my farm, because as you can see, it was too small. It's good that I had resources for all of this, and now our farms will thrive. While I'm building the farm, I want to share some of my thoughts with you, because I don't remember doing it in this video, given how much is going on here. In short, I really like the survival challenge. It's a confined space with a small number of resources, but there's locations that appear, plus the main monsters, mutated rats, and some mysterious bridge creator. It's all really cool, but what I don't like is that it's just too hardcore. I lost half the bridge, and to make some new parts of the bridge appear, you have to spend like 10 or 15 days gathering stuff. It's really tough, but not every survival challenge is easy. But actually, every single one is usually difficult, so I'm pretty used to it. In the following days, I slightly improved our apiary, made new houses for the bees, decorated a bit, and tidied up the backyard. And considering that I don't know how new bridges will appear in the future, or what dangers might await me there, I decided to create a sort of airlock, which I'll pass through before creating a new bridge. Yeah, it took a few days, but at least if some machine gun or some giant super rat attacks me, I'll be fine. To create a new bridge, I needed 3 emeralds, but where to get them, I had no idea. 3 emeralds? Seriously? No, I mean, I'm risking my life here fighting these rats, collecting like these honeybee... what are they called? The honeycomb cells or whatever. And they're asking me to find 3 emeralds on top of that? That's just insane. I really had no idea where to find these 3 emeralds, so I started considering all the possible options. Until today, I hadn't done this, but now I'm gonna check everything under the bridge, because if there's any emeralds, they must be there. Apart from a couple of secret chests, I didn't find anything else. Though there was some cool loot, and after searching the whole bridge again and spending several days on it, I realized there were no emeralds on this bridge. What if I was supposed to find emeralds on one of the previous bridges, and I just didn't take them, and that's it? This thought wasn't very pleasant, but I decided to think logically. What skyblock mods do we have installed? I managed to remember something. Do you recall how we sifted gravel, which allowed us to get iron in the end? Well, besides iron, we can get other resources, including emeralds. But for that, we need to seriously upgrade our sieve. First, I made an iron sieve, which allowed us to get diamonds and emeralds, as well as many fragments of other ores. But the emerald spawn rate was quite low, so I spent a lot of days gathering the necessary amount of diamonds and made a diamond sieve. Now things should go faster. And look, I got pretty lucky. While I was gathering diamonds, I even managed to get 1 emerald. For the iron sieve, that's pretty rare, but now we'll have a diamond one, and I think we'll find the remaining 2 really quickly. But it didn't go fast. The following days were very stormy, and the bridge swayed heavily at times. But the most important thing was that a huge number of rats kept spawning. I have to take a small break from emerald mining because these rats are just coming in like crazy. To fight the rats, I even built an observation point under the bridge, because if they chew through our beams, our survival will end instantly. They're here too, look, they're just chewing it away. We absolutely can't let this happen. It's insane how many rats there's here. Survival is getting more hardcore, but we're not getting any stronger. My attempts to extract emeralds continued, but the rats kept distracting me too often. Oh, these rats again, they're starting to gnaw my house. Okay, let's just continue mining these emeralds. Okay, got it. I got the second one. Alright, that's perfect. And just 1 more to go. Okay, perfect, I got it. Now we just need to fend off these rats, and I think after that, we'll activate the new bridge right away. What? is this? First of all, I've got some strange goblins here, and secondly, there's some kind of bridge over there. None of this was here before. And look at the right corner of my screen. There's an infinity symbol instead of time. Alright, let's not waste time and just head to this bridge. Wait a minute. Oh, the goblins. Okay, you can never expect anything good from them. Looks like I'm done with the goblins for now. And look, there's some white leaves here. I've never seen anything like this before. A chest, some diamond boxes, and a cup of tea. Delicious. It turned out that these diamond boxes could be opened. 5 diamonds? And what? Wait, let me check again. Whoa, look at that. I just got an enchanted diamond sword and a chest plate with a crazy enchantment. Alright, now our survival should definitely go much smoother. So, Joe, this is the best invention in my space. The coolest and most efficient bridge. I designed this bridge several years ago, but in the end, people didn't appreciate it. I was deeply hurt by this, by the wasted effort and time. Oh, I see. So people didn't understand this bridge. I wonder if what I see ahead is also related to this bridge or not. I missed a couple of chests here. Let's loot them. And these barbed wires can be taken as well. I think they'll be really useful in our fight against the rats. I used to use these in my survival to fight zombies. And now, as you can see, they'll work against rats as well. I don't like this. There's some kind of arrow pointing downwards and it's glowing. If there's some parkour over the ocean, I'm not ready to sign up for that. Oh, barbed wire. Let's just take it.
Off for adults and kids. Mosquito and tick repellent you both can agree on.
Well, some kind of penguin with red eyes. We'll just go around him. From what I see, there's another bridge, and although it's not very visible from here, there's also some kind of structure there. This guy's is getting really interesting, but the most important thing is that the monsters are manageable for me. Hopefully, I'll find more diamond boxes. Wait, what? A shark? A shark? Is that a shark? Joe, did you see that? A shark on legs just attacked me. Alright, it's just a rock. Some strange notes here. I can't see anything at all. A fan. Oh, the fan works. It's heating up. Great, another diamond box, ammo, fireworks, and who knows what that is. Let's just hope I get something cool. Just right-clicking a diamond pickaxe with a crazy enchantments. And whoa, and here's some pliers. And the frame is blinking. Maybe it means something. And it seemed that everything in this room was looted. Only the pliers in the blinking frame remained. I decided to take them and started thinking about what to do with them. You know, I have a certain idea with pliers. Given that here there's some wires and some blinking lights. And there's flashing lights as well. And I'm not a flashing light. And I need to decide what to do. Blue, red, red, blue, red, red, blue, blue, red, red, blue, red. So basically, I decided that 2 wires would be fine at once and everything seemed to be in order. Oh wait, what's going on? What? I've lowered the bridge and I think there's already a crowd of monsters there that wants to run towards me. Okay, you know what? I think that we have done enough looting for today. So we're gonna return home and just continue to explore this bridge tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Let's run. Oh, and oh my god, what is that thing? Returning back from the bridge, I realized that I needed to take a break and do other things. And most importantly, fight off the rats, which also aggressively continue to eat my bridge. Over the next few days, I sorted out the loot and kept an eye on the bees and the farm. Yeah, guys, if this continues, we'll soon lose another part of the bridge, but we can't stop the spawning of rats in any way, or at least we don't know how yet. Having fought off the last wave of rats, I decided to go to the new bridge again. Well, second run. I wonder how strong these minotaurs really are. So let's check it out now. Come on. Oh, how much HP do they have? Wait. And it's glowing as well. Okay, some fragments of emeralds and diamonds fell from them. I like it, but they have too much HP. Most likely if he hits me, then we'll just immediately lose. Let's just say that for now it's difficult for me to imagine how to go through this survival. Surely everything will depend on the plot, and of course the day counter that we have. You understand that if we survive 100 days, then we have to immediately pass the survival. But with so many rats that are constantly spawning, my chances seem to be close to 0. And the rats also pissed me off today. They stole my hat. Although I don't know why I'm saying all this. You don't even understand me. It seems to me that this stone has a personality disorder, and just not to lose its mind. We just need to continue to go explore this bridge, and apparently apparently, dear subscribers, we're approaching something interesting. As it turned out, I was approaching an intersection with 3 bridges that awaited. By exploring them, maybe I can find answers to some questions. And you know what? Before we go further, we have a chest here in this strange building. I really hope that nothing bad will happen now. Let's open this chest. Okay, these boots will definitely be better. I don't know the rest. And what kind of ancient Roman warriors are these? And you know what? I have a boomerang just for those. They clearly don't like that. Well, okay, let's go. We've dealt with those. Who else wants to come and see me? Another Stone Joe? This circular motion is the most convenient device in this world. The central station turned at the right moment, and this intersection was 200% more efficient than a regular one. And by the way, yes, the central object is broken and no longer rotates. And then there's these skeletons that are coming at me. Yeah, maybe this means something interesting, but it no longer functions. Oh, and the new gun? And surely the rats tried their best to turn it off, or these strange skeletons. And maybe I'll say that it's much easier to deal with the skeletons than with minotaurs. And the loot, of course, on this section of the bridge is much better. Now I was faced with a choice of which side of the bridge to go. It was not easy to choose because all survival could depend on it. Well, the brightest side is this, so that's basically where we'll go. It was a hellish bridge, and a lot of interesting things awaited me inside it. I can already see the top of the beams of the bridge, and here, of course, it's pretty unpleasant to be honest. But we have no other option, so let's go. Who are you? Alright, got it. I'll try to remember your names. Now let's see this chest. Some interesting thing. A diamond chest and a sword for 12 damage, but mine is way better. So I guess these are some kind of yetis. Alright, it's already night. Let's wait here for the morning and continue walking, because I don't really want to walk at night. Morning, it's time to get out. And these yetis just keep yelling at me, and I'll just keep going. Another chest, so, you know, I'll try to open all of our diamond chests. Oh, okay, 3 diamonds and an axe. And actually, I like that every time the things that I need fall out. Here I was really lucky because I got a helmet with fire protection. And here there's always these little flowers that want to set you on fire. But not today, I guess. As it turned out, this entire bridge was a huge maze that simply had to be navigated. Especially considering that right now the rats could be eating my bridge. I can already see my bridge from here. We've gone through all of this and I hope that we'll be able to go even further. In any case, everything just depends on me. That's it, guys. We've crossed this bridge. Let's see what we have in this final chest. Some kind of crystal and a note. Hell's Bridge is an interesting solution in the world of bridges. If you activate the crystal, you can get rid of the red tints on this bridge. Okay, so we're talking about this crystal. Now the question remains how to activate it. So
I can't let these guys get inside me. We have to defend our base. Okay, this is gonna be close. We need at least 10 gold. They're getting so close to the base. Okay.
Oh! Wow, look, the whole bridge just got cleared. I don't know if we're gonna need this thing or not, so let's just put it somewhere in our inventory and go explore the next bridge. But if you look closely at my inventory, you might have noticed that it's completely full. This forced me to return home, and most importantly, check out how these same rats were doing. Oh, these rats again! Okay, this is the solution. Looks like we're about to lose another part of the bridge, and I have now decided that I'll arrange the barbed wires a little bit. Maybe this will help, and guess what? I really regret that I didn't collect the mousetrap from the rat bridge. After spending a couple of days improving my house in terms of protection from the rats, I decided to go explore the bridges again, because we were really pressed for time. Second bridge, guys. I don't know what awaits me here. It seems a little calmer than the previous one. I don't see a single monster yet, so let's just build there. And look at our bridge again. It's so far away. And let's go into some building. Hey, Joe, explain what's going on. Okay, I really hope it's here. Alright, and the monsters are here too. Alright, there's nothing wrong with it. It turned out that I ended up in some kind of laboratory where there was a lot of stone and other monsters. In the next few minutes, this lab will reveal the most important secrets of the plot that will shock you. Alright, I dealt with the monsters. Let's explore. Alright, so what do we have here? Wait, look at this. It's like a mini bridge. Look at how well it's done. And the number 124 is written. And look, there's another bridge there. You shouldn't have gotten into my laboratory. This is wrong. But if so, you'll now see the purpose of the experiment. What experiment? Okay, I found another bridge and there's no information about these bridges here, but the fact that there's so many of them here is really strange. So this is the bridge from hell, I guess, and this is the 750th bridge? How many of them did he create? Okay, I'm left with this room and I just can't figure out how to get into it. I looked for the entrance for a pretty long time, but it turned out that it was possible to enter through the roof. Look, there's another bridge here. Okay, it looks interesting. This is what I don't like. When there's arrows, those blinking arrows, it means it's something important. And here we have a chest, a note. In this room, there's a shape-shifting device created specifically for my experiment. This is the only way to find a common language with the rats. Switching to a device can change everything. The main goal was to understand how rats behave. This whole huge world is my experiment. I still have hope that we can come to an agreement, but the choice is up to you. I of course have an idea, but if it's true, it's gonna be pretty tough. Okay, maybe we should just try going into this device here. You know what? Oh, who cares? Let's just go in. Wait, what is happening? Oh my god, why did I become a rat? You have always been a rat, but I reincarnated you as semen so that you could stop the destruction of bridges. In any case, the choice is yours. One of the most unexpected plot twists. This is insane. I'm a rat. Just look at me. Well, I now understand a huge number of things. They handed this to me, and now the whole puzzle is complete. Now all that's left to do is explore the final bridge, but before that, let's stop by my base. After this plot twist, nothing changed on my bridge. The rats continue to destroy my bridge, but what should I do now with this information when I understand that I myself am this very rat? You know, I don't know, I can't just give up my bridge like that, so just rats, get out of here. New day. Today I went to the new bridge, but as it turned out, everything was not so simple. In order to get into it, it was necessary to collect half a stack of diamonds. Despite the fact that I had about 20, as you understand, this was still not enough. And I spent all the next days looting chests that I had missed. And of course, even having looted everything, I still didn't have enough. So I had to spend the rest of my days getting it through a safe. I'm so tired, guys. I don't know. If you're wondering, many days have passed. There's very little left of my bridge, but we're still holding on. I'm still trying to get the last 3 diamonds. After 4 days, I finally had half a stack and was ready to explore the last bridge. Well, guys, day 96. Let's activate and remove the barrier here. Okay, let's go. Skeletons are absolutely not scared for us because today we intend to go through this survival. Okay, I have a huge plus. I'm really fast, guys. Like, I'm really fast. This allows me to move at the speed of light. Even sharks with legs cannot harm me. But I'm not sure about the minotaurs. By the way, I have 2 lines of HP for this rat, and it's crazy how much HP I have. One less minotaur. Okay, let's keep going. The entire bridge was a huge tunnel location. I'd say that it was a bridge city of the future, given that there were a huge number of different buildings on the sides. But I had no time to look at them because I had to get through this location by any means. I have 1 HP left, guys, and it's just some insanity, and there's even more monsters ahead. All the buildings that were located on the cyber bridge could be looted, but I was only interested in the final building. Okay, guys, I see that the bridge is an end, and I see some kind of door. I need to get there right now somehow. I hope there are answers to all the questions of this survival. The unexpected plot twist is that Joe's story and the fact that I ended up being a rat created even more questions. Now I had to find everything out. Okay, there's still a huge number of monsters, but we don't care about them right now. We're only concerned with the question of how to get to the top. Okay, I'm on the roof. Alright, wait. Well, here you are. Please help me with the bridges. Choose the green portal. Okay, what can we know about all of this survival and what happened? We turn out to be a rat that needs to destroy these bridges, but you know, guys, I was inspired by Joe's story. How he was an engineer and created all of these buildings. I have 2 options, but I choose to save the bridges.
Well, you've made your choice, Seaman. Do you want me to show you what happened after your decision? For a moment, we will move forward 1,000 years. All the rats now live on a separate bridge, and everything is fine with them. We were able to come to an agreement with them, and my bridges no longer suffer from rats. Well done, Seaman. You made the right choice. By the way, you better go wash yourself, because you really stink. Bye.
And so, we managed to get through this survival. Good luck to everybody. Bye-bye.